So the lesson today was about treasuring others as yourself. We can see many examples of this through the Bible, like how Jesus, not only did he treasure his disciples that were close to him, he treasured everybody who was around him, even though he didn't know them. You can also see this in the Old Testament with when the Israelites were going to take the land of Jericho. They sent 2 spies into the land. So they were scouting out and stuff, and they went into an inn that was owned by Rahab. And so the officials of the city, they found out that the spies were there. And so they asked Rahab if they were still there, and she said no, they already left. While the spies, she hid them on top of the roof in some flax bales, the Bible says. So when the officials had left, she went up to the top of the roof, and the spies thanked her for saving them. And she's like, "You're welcome. When you guys come and take our city, can you please just spare me and my family?" And they agreed to it because she had showed them kindness. And they said that to hang the scarlet red rope on the roof, and any of her family that would be inside would be safe from the destruction to come. This is also symbolic of through the whole Bible. Like you can see when Passover, when the angel of death was coming through Egypt, the Israelites painted their doorposts with lamb's blood so that the angel of death would pass over them. So that's kind of like what happened here with the red scarlet rope, that they hung it so that they could see to pass over that house and give them mercy. It also happens in the New Testament. Jesus, he died on the cross so that we could be saved. He was like the scarlet red rope that saved us. He was like the Passover lamb that was shed over the doorposts for us. So when she told the spies to hide in the hills for 3 days until the officials stopped looking for him. So they did that, and once the officials had stopped looking for them, they went to the camp and talked to Joshua, and they told him, "We have this land. Everybody's afraid of us. They've heard stories about how that our God dried up the Red Sea for us, and that He's done so many amazing wonders for us. They're scared. They're shaking in their boots. We have this land." And Joshua was happy, and they also told him about Rahab and how they had to honor their promise to their family. And Joshua promised to keep their promise. So once they took the land, they spared Rahab and her family. So the lesson today was about treasuring your friends and treasuring your family. But do we only have to treasure our friends and family? Or can we treasure total strangers? And scratch that, even enemies of ours. Can we treasure them like Rahab did? Rahab, she was in the land of Jericho. She was a citizen of Jericho. She didn't have to harbor these spies. She could have turned them over to the officials, and they could have been captured right there. But that she noticed that they were men of God, and she knew that they were anointed, and she decided to help them. And the same goes for the spies. They didn't have to honor her promise when they came back. They could have just decided not to. they both treasured each other, even though they didn't know each other. That they were not only did they not know each other, they were enemies of each other. And the people of Israel were blessed by honoring Rahab, because Rahab is in the line of Jesus. She is the mother of Boaz, which married Ruth, which were in the line of David, and it goes down. So if it weren't for these spies sparing Rahab, maybe we wouldn't have had Jesus. So it goes to show that we need to treasure each other, treasure our friends, our family, mom, dad, and even our enemies and total strangers.